Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to 5,000 Miles, where we do reactions and reviews. My name's John. I'm over in Philadelphia.
And I'm Vince, and I'm 5,000 miles away on Maui.
And we are here very enthusiastically to take a look at Pluribus Season 1, Episode 6. We had a freaking cliffhanger last week, Vince, so my excitement going into an episode has not been this high yet in the experience of watching Pluribus.
I have been champing at the bit to watch this next episode, and so I can't wait to dive in. We know that Carol has been piecing together clues about what's been going on, and she found out that the hive mind is making some sort of substance which is integral to its staying as a hive mind.
Orange goo.
And right at the very end, she uncovered something, and so in this episode, we're theoretically about to figure out what she just uncovered.
Yeah, we got left with one of these. The old classic. See you next week, guys.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what it is. I mean, whatever it was certainly set her off. She's unveiling what's going on with the hive mind. They've left her behind, man. She's alone in Albuquerque. So I have no idea what Carol's next move is. Can't freaking wait. Let's do this.
All right, so you ready to jump in? Oh, so she does seem repulsed by what she saw.
Yeah, she ran out of there, and she's on the verge of vomiting, I guess.
Oh, she's got her camera now. She's gonna go videotape it for
to send
for
out
her next podcast episode.
Her next installment of How Can We Save Humanity?
Carol Weekly.
Here we are inside something called Agrojet. It's a refrigerated warehouse, but it's massive and it is packed to the rafters with lots and lots of shrink-wrapped items. Okay. You see this? Huh? Yeah.
Is it a head?
That is not a Butterball turkey. What are they doing with all this, huh? Guess. Whole place is filled with human bodies. It's parts of them. And what's behind that door? Huh? It is a meat grinder the size of a bus.
What the hell? They got to be using the bodies as some kind of sustenance. But why? And this isn't a threat to Carol. If they wanted to kill and eat you, they would have killed you and ate you.
Yeah, but I guess it's kind of ghoulish.
It is. It's off-putting and it's all fucked up. But like, she shouldn't be fearful they're gonna do that to her. They're taking care of each other. They're benevolent.
I think that they're basically just gonna be like, hey, we're using it for sustenance.
Or maybe the goo doesn't have anything to do with linking them together as much as it is just something they eat.
Yeah, maybe it's just sustenance.
Yeah,
because they still have to have food and liquid.
They don't care what it is. Is this the what's his name? Diabaté? He's having himself a fake little party. Is that number
doing
one?
Like a James Bond reenactment.
Is that number one from number two from Austin Powers? Number 2. This guy knows how to amuse himself, dude. He's gambling with the hive mind.
Having a great time. There he goes. He's got the royal flush.
The higher hand, the hive mind says. She doesn't want to know. She doesn't want the hive mind to know what she's up to. Well, I mean,
she would have had to ask them something about his location, because he didn't say, like, if you ever need me, I'll be in Vegas.
I think he may have said something about, alluded to the idea that he was going to Vegas, but I don't know. You're right. You might be right. Either way, the hive mind's welcoming her in. Welcome, Carol. Carol, why don't you do yourself a favor and get your own villa while you're there and start living it up a bit?
Even though she's got a game plan to try to change everything, she could at least lighten up a little bit and have a little bit of fun with it.
A little bit.
I bet they didn't tell you why I was coming. There's no way in hell they did. And I hate to use a cliche, but you might want to sit down. Seriously. because I am telling you what you are about to
Is
witness.
this about them eating people?
What?
It is troubling.
Hello, Carol. We're John Cena, and we're here to address some questions you may be having regarding our food supply. As you know, we can't purposely kill, harm, or otherwise interfere with any form of life. That limits what we're able to consume. Because when we say any life, that includes plant life. We can't harvest wheat or corn or rice. We can't pluck an apple from a tree. As of this taping, there are 7,348,292,411 of us. That's a lot of mouths to feed. We're facing a caloric deficit, and to make up for it, we've had to take certain measures. This is how we get our sustenance. Mostly, it's those stockpiled foodstuffs we spoke of, particularly ones that are in danger of spoiling. Additionally, each carton contains 8 to 12% of something we call HDP, human-derived protein. Nearly 100,000 people pass away each day due to natural causes and accidents. Those human remains, which would otherwise go to waste, are our source of HDP. Honestly, we're not that keen on it ourselves. But we're left with little choice.
I am in no way pleased with the idea of these people eating human flesh.
That's the problem.
None of us are.
Us. You stay in touch. Mm-hmm. All 12 of you.
All but one. There's a gentleman in Paraguay. Chaperones reach out, but he doesn't reply.
Paraguay.
We need to, we need to get back with him and see what he thinks.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
Oh, well, that's a lot of flying.
Mostly we're on Zoom.
Oh,
Carol, what John Cena did not mention is that even with the HDP, most of the world's population will starve to death within the next 10 years.
says who?
Says them. We wish to save them from that.
Got a big old picture of himself in the bathroom. I love it.
Professionally shot, too. Okay, so Carol's processing all the information that she just figured out. The hive mind is on a starvation trajectory. They are using human remains to help them combat the idea that they collectively can't kill anything, so this is the only way they can survive for now. But their days are numbered, which means humanity's days are numbered, which compounds Carol's problems and her perspective on what to have to do about it.
The main thing is, though, she almost seems like she's sad about the fact that she's being left out.
That's definitely new, too. And he's talking to the hive mind saying, hey, you should give Carol a break. She's really lonely. And they said no. And he's referring to them as, like, he's in love with certain aspects of them. He's really just accepting reality.
The only way to save these lunatics is to turn them back the way they were. There is a way to reverse this. Help me find it. Well, once they turn us, we're going to starve right along with them. You thought of that?
They cannot turn us.
Really?
It seems the only way to make the virus work on us is by tailoring it to our individual stem cells. Apparently that involves sticking a large needle into the bone of the hip. Somewhat painful and very invasive. Something they cannot do without our permission. They made this discovery only yesterday. They are not pleased about it, I can assure you.
Is it true that you need our stem cells to turn us into you? And furthermore, is it true that you need our express permission to collect those stem cells?
They put it on the billboard. Does it say that is correct, Carol, on both accounts?
On both counts, yeah.
She's got to be relieved, right? He's got to be relieved as well. He gets to live his extravagant lifestyle forever now.
I am officially going on record that I do not consent. You will not lay a finger on me.
They're like, we weren't going to, so chill out.
But what this does is it shows us how that she was really afraid of being assimilated. That's been driving her. We hear you, Carol. You do not consent. Yeah. No stem cells will be collected from your body.
He's got a different car for every day of the week.
Au revoir.
They want to come back, Carol. They're just looking for a change of heart.
Fuck them.
Okay, so we're going back in time. What was that, 3 days? Or something like that? 3 days backwards?
All right, so now we're back with Mr. Paraguay. He's still combing the airwaves.
But he got to the end there. We just saw 99999 or whatever, 9999.0. So now he's going back to the one frequency that he didn't have to cross out. Two question marks for 8613.
It's the frequency that they're all communicating on. I wonder if it's like all of their brain waves operate on a certain frequency. And if you could jam that frequency, you could disrupt them all talking to each other.
It's a good theory. I like it.
To my 12 fellow survivors,
12?
greetings. I'm Carol Sturka.
Oh, he didn't even know
Some
how
of
many
you
there
know me.
were.
Some of you I've yet to meet.
Yeah, the
But-
hive mind said this guy hasn't talked to us at all.
If you're still one of us, then this message is for you. There is a way to undo this situation, to turn the world back the way it's supposed to be.
He's gonna go on a road trip to go see Carol, I guess.
And she did say she was in Albuquerque, so he could be heading to see her. Yeah.
Well, she had her return address on the envelope,
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And I
I
mean,
think that's what he ripped off of the envelope.
Dinos, ¿qué podemos hacer por ti, hijo?
Usted no me llame, dijo que usted no es mi mamá. Mi mamá es una cabrona.
Oh man,
that's funny.
that's why that's why he likes Carol. She reminds him of his mom. What a great line!
What a
What
funny
a great episode.
No, but what a funny way for him to be able to determine that it wasn't his mom. He's like, no, my mom would
Yeah.
never be that nice. My mom's a bitch. So, guys, we have Brandy making a surprise visit to the video. She was very instrumental early on in terms of joining us when she was a puppy, but then she stopped wanting to come downstairs where I shoot these videos. But today, she's decided to join us. So this is Brandy. Okay, so yeah, a lot of things happen here. I think the headlines are that the hive mind is on a starvation trajectory and that they have figured out how to assimilate the non-assimilated, but it's an invasive procedure, so much so that they have the ability to reject it, which means their autonomy is their own for the foreseeable future. Those are two pretty big swings.
Right. So at the end of the last episode, we saw that she was kind of shocked by whatever she saw. We thought there might have been a possibility that she saw that they were like eating people. That was something that we kind of toyed around with the idea of, but we eventually kind of landed against it, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
now it has definitely been confirmed that what she saw was like shrink wrapped body parts that they are using and turning into some sort of sustenance. So that was the big cliffhanger, is that they definitely were eating people. So our original assumptions about that were correct.
Then we find out that the remaining survivors are keeping in touch with each other and that they're aware that the hive mind is using the human remains of the people that died when they got there, as well as the people that are dying every day, in order to sustain themselves. It has nothing to do with trying to maintain the hive mind presence that links all of their consciousness. This is simply about sustenance. And also,
that was our assumption too, was that the goo that they were making had something to do with keeping the hive mind a hive mind. And so now we know that it is just strictly sustenance related. They're not stoked about it. They know that it comes off a little ghoulish to the other unassimilated survivors.
The survivors are aware of the fact that that's what's going on.
But at least they're having the hive mind has complete transparency about the situation. They've let them know what's going on. They made a nice little video with John Cena recapping the entire situation, saying like, hey, we can't harvest plants because we consider that killing. We can't harvest fresh protein from animals because we consider that killing. So these people are on the road to starvation if we can't figure out how to do something about it. And in the meantime, we're using everything that we have that we can get our hands on, including human remains,
just to survive 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. And that's only going to last them 10 years until they figure something else out.
Yeah, the fact
then-
that they look at plants the same way they look at animals in terms of life and death is really the pivot point as to why this is all an issue. If they had no problems with killing plants, we'd have no issue. But that is
Yeah.
the fucking problem.
Yeah, and we know that they would prefer to be vegetarian, but more of what they
preference.
prefer is that's strictly a preference, but they will not stray away from eating animal derived protein if it means that they're going to die. And so they're more than happy to they can't kill anything, but they'll use anything that they have laying around, including human remains, to keep themselves alive.
And Carol's tapes are making their way to the survivors. And the big thing here is that our individual in, you said Paraguay, yeah?
Paraguay.
Our individual in Paraguay has received that information. He's highly motivated to get in a room with Carol. He probably hasn't figured out that he can utilize the hive mind to help him get where he wants to go. But that is what he's going to need. He's going to need their help. He has made his first communication with the hive mind. He recognizes them for what they are. He clearly wants to get with Carol to try and talk through with her what's going on and what to do about it. And he's taken his first step into heading in that direction. And that's essentially what has happened.
Yeah, he's pretty much the only person on the entire planet who agrees with Carol. Everybody else has either resigned themselves to the situation, or, like in Mr. Diabaté's case, he's kind of stoked about it.
As he should be. And I don't think Carol wants them to all fucking die. As a matter of fact, we know, she just wants them to come back. So she actually has motivation here
a vested interest
to solve
in
this problem.
helping them figure out the problem.
To what degree is where the argument is, and to what end is where the argument is. But this is a problem that needs solving. They can't live without the fucking hive mind.
Right.
Yeah, they can't survive without the hive mind. They just can't.
She sees these people as hijacked individuals. So she I don't think she views them in hive mind terms as disposable and expendable.
Okay.
I think she sees these people as human lives that potentially could still be turned
restored.
back. Now, I'm going to make a called shot.
All right.
Okay. We saw that guy was going through the different radio frequencies, right? Originally, I thought it might have had something to do with, because they originally found the RNA sequence.
Yeah.
It was being beamed to them from outer space.
That was
I thought
initially
it might
how
have
they
had
found
something to do with, exactly. So I thought maybe he was like looking through the frequencies, looking for some other information that might have been being beamed from outer space or something like that. But now, my theory is that the same way that like all of our devices communicate on like a frequency, I'm thinking that the hive mind, all their minds and their mental thoughts communicate on a specific frequency.
On that
And if you can
8613
figure out-
frequency.
Yeah, and if he can figure out how to jam that frequency, it might interrupt everybody's collective conscious.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Especially knowing Vince Gilligan as well as I do. He has taken multiple times over these 6 episodes to show that dude doing that shit. So you wouldn't waste the airtime showing us that he was working through that stuff just for it to amount to nothing.
If you think about it logically, if everybody's brain is communicating,
it's got to be.
It would have to be
in the
having
air.
stuff being transmitted through the air or something like that, right?
Yeah. I'm hearing you, man. That's totally. I agree at this point
So,
for sure.
I think that this dude and Carol are gonna figure something out, and they're gonna find a way to jam the frequency, and that might help disrupt the hive mind.
And they all just collectively lock up and fall over. Ah! We
Now,
can't
the
hear
question-
each other.
The question is, once, let's say, theoretically, at some point in the show, they are able to jam the hive mind frequency on a certain area and unassimilate somebody. Will that person be thankful, or will they want to go back?
Yeah, this is back to your theory from last week. If they're able to do
'cause
that, I'll be thoroughly...
We've never spoken to somebody that's that's been on both sides of the fence.
It's been to the dark
we've
side.
We've spoken to the hive mind. We've spoken to the other unassimilated people. We've never spoken to somebody that's been assimilated and unassimilated. So we have no way of knowing, like, they might get unassimilated and be like, oh my God, it's torture.
I'd be captivated if they get to that scene and Carol's like, okay, Jimmy, what was it like? I'm gonna be like, yo, what was it
And
like?
then it's gonna,
what was it like?
That's gonna be the last scene in season 1,
I know,
episode 9.
I know that's where
It's
you're
gonna
at with
end
it.
on a
Totally
cliffhanger,
possible.
and we're gonna have to wait till the next season for it to come back, and everybody's gonna be on the edge of their seats.
I'm still sticking with my theory that I can't wait to find out this guy's actual name, but Paraguay guy and Carol are gonna figure out how to disrupt that frequency. They're gonna disrupt
Paraguay.
it.
We'll call him Paraguay.
Paraguay. And they're going to figure out how to disrupt it. The hive mind's going to know it. And those two are going to be like, dun, 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 we have the power to disrupt these motherfuckers. End of season 1.
We got a really nice scene between the two of them where she learns for the first time that she is sort of this albatross.
Yeah.
You know, she's like this Jonah where she's just kind of like this outcast that everybody else doesn't want to talk to her. You know, he said it wasn't unanimous, but everybody was like, yeah, she's just going to be problematic. And how can you blame them?
No. They're right. She's wrong.
Because no matter what side of the argument you fall on, Carol has done nothing but piss everybody off. And she's been like a big fly in the ointment to this entire thing.
Yeah.
And she needs to learn that she'll catch more flies with honey. And she's already managed to piss off the hive mind, which is like the most benevolent creature of all time. You know,
quite literally.
You know, yeah. So of course the other humans are gonna be mad at her.
Yeah.
And it was nice that that Diabaté tried to reason with the hive mind and be like, she's lonely. You know, she could use a little company. And he even told her. He straight up told her, like, look, man, they're willing to, if you like apologize or have a little bit of a change of heart, they're willing to, you know, come back and be around you, at least like be in your vicinity again. And she basically was like, nope, tell them to go pound sand.
She said fuck them, which now that she knows they have this starvation vulnerability, her response to hey, you should apologize is fuck them. So
yeah,
maybe she's
also,
learning, maybe
like,
she's not.
And also that's another point of leverage that she has now that she didn't have before, where she could say before, like, hey, yeah, like all this peace and love and stuff might be great, but look, it's going to lead to starvation. They're going to end up starving the entire planet to death because of their beliefs. And so she might be able to use that as a bargaining chip and be like, hey, you know, she might be able to talk to the Indian lady and be like, hey, you love your son or whatever, but like because of this hive mind, everybody on the planet, including your son, might die in 10 years.
Totally
How do you feel
factors
about
in.
that?
Totally factors in now.
Yeah,
But
so
arguably the Indian woman with the assimilated son, she already knows this stuff. She already knows. We just don't know what her opinion of it is because, like I said, this is new info in the Pluribus world. They just discovered that piece of information about assimilating the day before.
This is big news.
Lot going on.
Big news.
Going on.
Now that has helped alleviate that ticking clock that she had. I believe that Carol thinks that there's definitely a way to turn them back,
to restore
and she
human
also
consciousness.
is dead set on, for the rest of her life, she will be trying to figure out how to do this. This is like her war now. She doesn't view them as unnecessary organic material. She views them as people who have been kidnapped.
Yeah. So if she was tweeting, she'd say yada 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 #restore human consciousness.
Right.
That's where Carol's at. #restore human consciousness.
And so, you know, that's going to wrap it up for the discussion and recap of this episode of Pluribus.
Yeah.
Definitely can't wait till next week to see the next episode. I love this show, man.
All in.
And if you want to join the 5,000 Miles Hive Mind, all you got to do is like and subscribe.
So, yeah, guys, let us know what you thought in the comments. Hope to see you next week. Appreciate you being with us. See you on the next one.
Bye.